Welcome to CelebTide.
They found love in a hopeless place, and that hopeless place was a meeting room of their publicist. So many of you suggested this couple, and it's because, your intuition, along with Nick's face in this photo, was telling you something ain't right. They're kind of like that, that couple that on Instagram, they leave those like long captions talking about how in love they are and how amazing things are and how like they've been through hell and back, and you're like, are you guys okay?
And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story. Hollywood has always been a place where image is everything, where relationships are carefully crafted, timeline.
Your age gap.
They found love in a hopeless place, and that hopeless place was a meeting room of their publicist.
His message was, I've been told we should meet.
It's fake. She's doing this for publicity, and so is he.
You dating Nick Jonas? Isn't he like 11 years old?
We were both wearing Ralph Lauren, and we decided to go together. It was fun. I didn't ask his age. 11?
They had what only can be called a SponCon wedding.
I just introduced you as
know.
Chopra Jonas.
Every time someone says that, my face just goes a little like, wow.
Like,
that happened.
Lines are strategically released, and love stories are sometimes built not in quiet moments between two people, but in the offices of publicists and brand managers. And when you look closely at the relationship between Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, there are enough questions to fill an entire conversation. So today, that is exactly what we are doing. Let's start with the timeline, because that is where things get interesting. According to the couple themselves, Nick first slid into Priyanka's DMs in September 2016, a bold move, a charming opener, and a story they have told in interviews many times since. They described months of private texting, secret meetings, and a slow burn romance building quietly behind the scenes. It all sounds very cinematic, almost too cinematic. Because here is what was also happening during that same window of time. Nick was on tour. He was publicly spotted with a Playboy model. He was seen on dates with other women. And then by May 2018, roughly a year and a half after that first DM, they were suddenly, very publicly, inseparable. Spotted at a baseball game, on a yacht the very next day, photographed at a restaurant 2 days after that. The entire world knew they were together within weeks. That is a very fast burn for a slow burn romance. Then came the engagement in July 2018, just 2 months after they went public. A proposal in Greece, at midnight on her birthday. Nick reportedly shut down the Tiffany store in London to buy the ring. By December that same year, they were married, from first public sighting to husband and wife. All within 7 months. Fast relationships happen. Love does not always follow a schedule. But what made people raise eyebrows was not just the speed. It was the sponsorships. From Nick's bachelor party promoted with a vodka brand, to Priyanka's bridal shower at Tiffany's, to their very public Amazon wedding registry. The entire wedding rollout felt less like a private celebration and more like a brand campaign. Reports suggested the couple had locked in around 8 partnerships by their wedding day, with deals averaging 6 figures each. People started doing the math, and the numbers were hard to ignore. There is also the matter of how their story was told. Every milestone came with a press release. Every outing was documented. Their Vogue interview painted a picture with precise detail. The exact date of the first DM, the exact words Nick used, the exact moment he got on one knee at a party and declared himself loudly to the room. It was all very polished, very produced, very ready for publication. Real love stories tend to be messier, less quotable. Priyanka herself joked about it publicly. At a Netflix roast in 2021, she addressed the speculation with humor, acknowledging people had questioned their marriage from the start. She played into it with a sharp line about not knowing who Nick even was before they met. Depending on how you read it, that was either a confident woman owning the narrative or a self-aware nod to criticism that had always carried some weight. Then there are the smaller moments people quietly cataloged. The Met Gala clip where Nick looked visibly frustrated as Priyanka's oversized hat kept hitting him. The removal of Jonas from her Instagram handle, explained away with a reason that felt thin. The consistent pattern of appearing together at major events while spending long stretches apart in between. None of this proves anything on its own. A sponsored wedding does not make a marriage fake. Frustration does not mean misery. But the questions have never really gone away. Whether this is a love story that simply moved fast or a partnership built with strategy as much as emotion, what is undeniable is that both have benefited enormously. She expanded her profile in Western markets. He stepped out of the Jonas Brothers' shadow into a more mature, global image. Maybe that is coincidence. Maybe love really did find them in a publicist's meeting room. Or maybe what we are watching is something more complicated. Two people who entered something with intention, grew into it in unexpected ways, and have been navigating both the reality of their relationship and the world's perception of it ever since. We will probably never know the full truth. That is the nature of celebrity. The version we see is always curated, always managed, always at least a little constructed. Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel.